So I watched the latest Netflix original animated series, and this is called Paradise PD. It's from these guys who made the show Brickleberry, which I never watched on Comedy Central. It the animation style it looks like a blend of a few things. It's not particularly robust, but it gets the job done. This had a pretty strong trailer. You got this kid Kevin, and he idolizes his dad, who's a cop, but he's picking up all of his bad habits. Really shaking down, roughing up guys, just indiscriminately shooting at targets and stuff. And eventually he becomes a police officer, or he wants to be. But there's a few things that get in his way. And overall, there were some funny moments in this, and that's why it's a bit of a mixed feeling. Some of the stronger, funnier moments were in the trailer, and most of the humor here goes on such a gross out level that it felt like a chore to sit through. The first two episodes in particular are like wall-to-wall bodily fluid jokes. There's frequently shit all over the place. Everyone's peeing their pants. It could be even worse than this. Granted, it's animated, but you're going to see a lot of elderly genitalia. Yeah, genitalia. I like some of the characters here, but one of the characters I thought was the most interesting, he seemed to get written out early on. Although he made some brief comebacks here and there. You see, like this Paradise PD, really terrible police unit. They have like a suspicious package in the middle of the street, and they're like, okay, so we don't have a bomb squad. Just deputize a homeless guy, and they deputize a homeless guy. And I like how he has a Kleenex box for a shoe, and they call him Hobo Cop. Why not just call the show Hobo Cop? And occasionally have this hobo cop there. I'm not saying he necessarily has to be the central character, but isn't that a better name? Wouldn't people get behind Hobo Cop? So Paradise PD, I'm having kind of a tough time remembering that title, actually. You've got, among the cast, Sarah Chalke is Gina, who's like the best cop on the team, but she's incredibly ruthless. She scrapbooks her arrests. Yeah, she may not necessarily be by the book. You got this guy, Gerald. He's new in town, but the show's not about him. Kevin, the young guy, he's the chief's son. He shot his dad's balls off in an accident long ago. Wife divorced him, but mom is the mayor, and so she allows him to be a cop, but he gets put on like traffic duty and things. And they're going after this substance they're calling Argyle meth, because it's got this odd pattern to it. And there's a season-long mystery to this about who's the kingpin behind the Argyle meth. Even in the first episode, it's like, oh, one of the cops is in on it, but we don't know who. Okay, that's all fine and dandy. When a show comes along like this, and they have these holiday-specific episodes, and you stream it all in one weekend, it feels a little weird, doesn't it? Like, maybe this wasn't made for Netflix in mind. Like, hey, we have our Thanksgiving episode. Hey, we have our Christmas episode. Some of this stuff, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way when there's a seasonal event. Like, this was supposed to be watched once a week, but we just streamed it and got it out of the way. Maybe they need to start writing with this consideration in mind. If you're going to have a show come out around Halloween, maybe the whole season could be focused on, hey, guess what? It's the week of Halloween. Because people who watch this stuff are more likely to binge it than to actually participate in the old standard of waiting weekly. One of the characters I didn't really like was Dusty, just this fat slob who... And it's revealed too late, I feel, that he has a lot of cats. Because in the intro, it shows him with a cat. But you go through like half the episodes before it even mentions his apartment and that he has cats. He rejects the advances of super hot Gina for seemingly no reason. And he just wasn't really adding much to this. It seemed like he slowed things down. I liked Bullet, their crime-fighting dog, who has like a coke problem. Yeah, but he makes a good point here. You know, he's gotta snort some coke so he knows what coke smells like, right? If he's gonna find it, and they're like, okay, fine. Some of the stuff worked. It just didn't need to be so gross out. The plot, it's not the most revolutionary thing, right? I liked some of the characters. I liked some of the jokes. The animation style left a little to be desired, frankly, but I would suspect this gets a season 2. I haven't heard any confirmation yet. And you know, with Netflix, the more days that pass by without a real announcement, it seems like the dimmer the hopes, right? Anymore, people want to greenlight several series, several seasons, that is, before they even launch the premiere, right? Oh, hey, we got a new movie coming out. Don't worry, there's going to be 3 more, right? And then, oh, well, we'll straight cancel that right quick, right? Yeah, Paradise PD, it's okay.